There's that movie Spy Game with Robert Redford and
Yes.
Brad Pitt, where he kind of teaches him spycraft, and he's like, see that woman up there? You have to be having a coffee on her balcony in 5 minutes. Go. Do you know that movie, and is like some of that accurate with the tradecraft?
I don't remember the movie. I know of the movie. I don't remember the details. But those are the kind of challenges. Not the 5-minute timeline is a little unrealistic, but we actually do have week 2 at the farm. You have a coffee challenge where you have to get somebody, a stranger, to buy you a free cup of coffee. It's one of the hardest challenges you have because it happens so early in your training. They don't really teach you how to do it.
Right.
They just teach you the skills around it, and then you have to go make it happen.
And you're off in Langley at some Starbucks?
You're not at Langley, you're at our secret training site, but yeah.
Oh, so there are real people there, or there's fake people there?
There's fake people on the site because it's a controlled environment.
Right.
But it's close enough to cities and towns and whatever else that some of our missions are to go out and integrate into normal society and just see what it feels like to ask somebody for a free cup of coffee, or trade your expertise in football and see if somebody cares enough about your football experience to sit down and have a conversation with you when you say you have no wallet. What do they do, right? It's that kind of experimentation. Okay,
the farm is the training ground for the CIA.
Correct.
In Langley or in Virginia or other places.
Correct, in a secret location that I can't disclose, but is somehow on Wikipedia.
Why is it called the farm?
It's called the farm because we're a bunch of animals. It's basically all the students there are like animals, and all of the instructors there are essentially our caretakers. So they're feeding us information. They're putting us through, like, we're jumping through hoops for them. We're chasing our tails for them. We're doing all sorts of stuff for them. It's kind of a derogatory joke to talk about how we're broken down into farm animals.
The CIA is much more like the military than I ever thought about.
You
think of a CIA operative, you don't think of them as these, loyal Americans that sacrifice themselves for country like you would like a Navy SEAL, or that they get subjugated or hazed or any of that. But it's very much like that, isn't it?
It is, and it's very, it's one of the things that keeps me out here talking about it all. Even though I know people don't like hearing about it and people don't agree with me, and I'm sure that there are plenty of people at CIA who cringe whenever they hear my name, but nobody knows this. There's no reason that this information couldn't have been shared by some other officer at some other point in history. It's just this unnecessary addiction that we have to secrets. The true dedication and patriotism of CIA intelligence officers is something to be celebrated, not something to be hidden and kept secret. The next generation of CIA officers are going to be patriotic, red, white, and blue-blooded heroes that will never ask for rewards or awards or even public attention. They're going to make all that sacrifice knowing that they're not going to get recognition. That is truly something that we should be celebrating. And if all I can do in my career is make sure that people understand, like you just did, have that realization where they realize, like, hey, they're not driving Lamborghinis, eating at the best restaurants, and staying in the nicest hotels. They're slumming it in third world countries where their life is very, really at risk, and where they most likely have food poisoning, and they're ruining their digestive system for the rest of their adult life. That is much more realistic about what's going on in a CIA officer's life.
I bet you're doing a great job of recruiting for them. I kind of mean that not as a joke either as well, because if people know when they're going into something, they're doing something, really for their country, and then people respect them for that. Of course, maybe they can't tell them what they're doing.
Yeah.
But maybe that helps. Jason Bourne and the Bourne Identity movies, are those more accurate than not?
I really think that they're more inaccurate than anything.
Okay.
I would love, I'm sure that if we watched it together especially, I'd be able to find something true about it. But from the level of technology that they use to the level of training that Jason Bourne has, and all of the memory loss stuff and the real-time satellite tracking, none of that's real.
But the mind games and the power battles in between them, that's real.
That may be real.
Maybe.
I don't remember the movie well enough to be able to say, an example of one way or the other.
I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?